All right, hello everybody. So we actually have a lot to cover because we've actually gotten a very big update on the new extra booster cards that are going to be coming out. Last episode we covered were these 4 cards right here, and right after that, I don't know how long it's been since the last one, but we got a lot to cover right now. Like I've been trying to read over and like speculate on what these new cards could be used in, but let's just get right into it. So really cool, right? We're getting I Want to Live as an event card, which is a really pivotal moment in all of One Piece. It's Robin's own character arc, and it's really cool that we get an event of it. So it's a counter, of course. If the number of cards in your trash is 30 or greater, place the top card of your deck on the top of your life pile. So it's another card that isn't yellow that helps with life, and it also deals with having to have 30 or 30 or more cards in your graveyard. So it can be ran in certain things, right? Like you could run it in Rebecca. Rebecca's always gonna have like a lot of cards in their trash because it works with Luffy. So what you could do is in Rebecca play this because like you're gonna have cards in your trash again for Luffy to return. So when you play this first and then swing with Luffy, restand him, and then get another swing. So not only do you get 2 Luffy swings, you also get to get a life on top of that. So it's really cool that this is a card in general, and it actually has a pretty okay ability. Instead of boosting any like combat power, it just gives you a life, which is really cool. So really wondering what this could be put in. I mean, this will probably be played in Kyros maybe, who knows? But yeah, really cool. Next up is MrNine. So more Baroque works, right? So only helps the case of Blue Purple Croc probably coming back, probably having a thing. So it's a plus 1000 counter. It's when your opponent attacks, you Dawn -1k up to when your opponent's 2 or cost or lower. So it doesn't seem that good, right? It's not, I mean, it isn't. It's only a 2 cost or lower, but who knows? It could be ran in something. Of course, since it's not archetype locked, you can run it in any purple you want. But it's just cool to see more Baroque works come out because, again, I really want Blue Purple Croc to pop off. But it's MrNine, so we get more Baroque works members that we haven't really gotten as cards yet. So really can't say what this will be ran in. We have I Am God. This is what Enel tells everyone when I'll be honest, I can't remember a lot from Skypiea, but this is an Enel card, obviously. So main, you put up to 1 cost 7 or less Enel, so like the Rush Enel, or not the Rush Enel, the Enel that can't be removed from play. Pretty much all they have to do is strike themselves to make it to where they stay out. So this works with that Enel. Then you trash the top card of your life, so your life total becomes 1. Then you trigger to draw 2 trash 1. So it's a pretty good trigger for yellow. It's more draw, but a very interesting main ability where you have to pretty much strike yourself all the way down to 1. So maybe this could be ran in one of the 3 brothers, right? The new super starter deck that we're getting with all 3 of them. So like maybe this could be ran in there as well. So who knows? I mean, you could also run this in any yellow. You just have to be at 1. You don't have to keep striking yourself to be at 1. So yeah, or no, you don't even strike yourself, you just trash it. So who knows what this is. Very interesting though. So yeah, we have Raigo. It's a KO up to one of your opponent's characters, then trash the top of your life cards until your life total becomes 1. So it's the same thing as the one before. The trigger though is you KO up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost equal or less than to you and your opponent's total life cards. So it's like 9-drop Yamato's character card where she KOs depending on the total of both you and your opponent's life. So pretty interesting, and always cool to see more stuff released for an archetype. Unfortunately, it's for a Nell, so really hard for me to say that. But Raigo, it's 6-drop event. And then we don't have pictures for these cards yet right here. These are actually 2 other cards. This is Ragnarok. Ragnarok is a cost 5 purple event with 4 emperors and Animal Kingdom, so I'm pretty sure that's a Kaido card. Main phase, Dawn -1k up to one of your opponent's cost. Oh yeah, I've actually seen Ragnarok. Ragnarok looks like this. So I've actually seen this. It's like purple's equivalent to Red Rock, right? Where all you have to do is Dawn -1 and pay 5 just to like get rid of a big body. So it's like second to Red Rock because Red Rock does any character. This one only does 8 or less. So this could work in like black purple, right? Because black minus is cost, you just get rid of something. So who knows what this could work in. The trigger is you set one of your Dawn from your Dawn deck is active. So basic purple triggers, right? You ran. But pretty cool that we're getting a purple quote-unquote Red Rock event for purple. So it's really cool. Next up is Shambles. So this is obviously going to be for Law, right? This is a Law move. It's a cost 1. It's a Supernova Heart Pirates. Main 1, if your leader has a supernova type, return one of your characters to its owner's hand, then put up to 1 cost 2 or less character of a different color than the return card from your hand into play. So this could work in, like, it's green, so like this could work in Law, right? This could work in who knows, the red-green Luffy, right? I might make a video talking about Luffy, like rising up the ranks too, with all these special cards coming out that could support it in some type of way, like I did with the crocodile leader. But really cool, we're getting more Law cards. Unfortunately it's green though, so I don't really play red-green Law, or I don't really play any of those, but really cool to see. Maybe I will build it, who knows. And then we have Shun Finger Gun. It's a black event, cost 4. It's CP9. I don't remember who that move relates to. But you may trash the top 2 cards from the top of your deck, KO up to one of your opponent's 5 cost or lower characters. And then the trigger is activate this card's main ability. So it's a removal card on your opponent's turn and your on your turn. So really cool that we're getting more stuff, that KO stuff in black, that you don't have to discard a card from your hand. So I'm pretty sure with this picture up here, right? This is like the stuff we covered before in previous videos. Like these are the parallel arts actually. So this is the parallel art for the 4-drop Rush, Killer and Kid. We got the parallel of Cavendish, parallel of Inazuma, parallel of Miss Wednesday, and parallel of Flampe. So these right here are the cards that were listed down here. So this is actually right here. This is Ragnarok. This is the one that KOs an 8 or less. This is Shambles, and I'm pretty sure this one right here is Shigan Finger Gun. Don't really know what this is right here yet. I don't know if it covered that. So we don't really know what that is yet, as far as I know. Maybe it's somewhere up later in the list. So yeah, so this is Shambles, Ragnarok, and Shigan Finger Gun. So this is what they look like. And then this is a poster that pretty much, you know, promotes the item. So from this poster we could see 2 secret rare behind Chopper. Both are Mr. 2. On the right is Mr. 2 secret rare alternative art. So yeah, so this is the very first secret rare we got to see in this leak update page, where Mr. 2 is actually one of the secret rares, and we do get a parallel of him. And I think this is Nami, if I'm not mistaken. I think this is a Nami, who knows. And then so yeah, we actually get to see the parallel art for Mr. 2, and we get another Khalifa card. Khalifa's purple, so this could work in, like, who knows. This can actually work in what's his name, Iceberg, because it's a water 7, so, and a Galley Law, so this can actually work in Iceberg. So we actually have more stuff to play with him, and she's a 5-drop, so you can actually use Iceberg ability to play her. So it's a +1000 counter on play, Dom -1. If your leader has water 7 type, return up to 2 cost 4 or less character cards from your trash to your hand. Okay, cool. So she's good on actually returning herself. If you play Iceberg, the 4-drop Khalifa, you can actually return herself back from the graveyard if you use her as counter, or if she died the previous turn. So she works pretty. She's a pretty good character card for a 5-drop 5k with also counter. So pretty interesting. Reading more water 7 stuff. And then TBone, we actually covered TBone, and yes, thanks to the comments. I always forget that in Japan they just abbreviate stuff, right? So this is W7 just means water 7. So, and then Baroque Works is just BW. So like I always forget that they abbreviate stuff. So yeah, this is the TBone we covered in the last video. This is his parallel art, which is really cool. You K up to one of your opponent's characters, cost 2 less. It costs 2,000. Counter 2,000. So really cool that we're getting a parallel of TBone, because TBone's actually a pretty cool Navy. He was a vice admiral, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, really cool design. I'll be honest. He really looks nice in this card. And then this is Sorry I'm Dead. So this is another East Blue card. So counter, reveal the top card of your deck. If that revealed card has a cost 4 or greater, return up to one of your characters to your hand, then place the revealed card on the bottom of your deck. So this could work in Nami, right? Because what you do is pretty much you just return like your Kayas, right? You return a Nojiko if you wanted to, and then you just put that at the bottom of your deck. Because most likely in Nami, you're probably going to reveal like Zeph, right? And that's like the only one. Some Namis I see run Mihawk, but who knows? So this could work in Nami, but I don't really know what this could work in. I guess what this could work in is the blue-green Sanji and Zoro deck, right? Because most likely you will have bigger bodies in there, because the blue Sanji finds blue Zoro, and then technically it finds any big body card. That's what Sanji does from the top of your deck. So like most likely you will have it. So you could run this in blue-green Sanji and Zoro. The trigger is you return a 1 cost up to 1 8 cost or less character to its owner's hand. So Yet another ability that pretty much just gives Blue a bad name of it has free removal, right? It has free removal with no consequences. So, I mean, you have to trigger it though, but it's Red Rock as a trigger. Think of it that way, but less. Next one is there is no way you could defeat me. I don't know why I had a problem reading that. So this is when I think this is when Usopp was trying to leave the crew or something like that. I don't remember because like he wasn't liking what they were doing or something. I don't exactly remember, but this is when that happens. I guess this is during Ennie's lobby. I'm pretty sure, or before that. Counter KO up to one of your opponent's characters to the original cost of 6,000 or less. So it's Red Rock. It's Gum Gum Jet Pistol on your opponent's turn. Think of it that way. And the trigger is KO up to one of your opponent's characters with an original power of 5,000 or less. So really strange wording. We actually like seen this ability before, just not as a trigger, where it deals with the original power. Like something like this was on the Usopp card for OP04, the Alabasta Usopp, where it deals with original power. So like really interesting, right? So like say they have like a card on board that's originally 5,000, they boost it up to 8k, right? If you trigger this, you just KO that. So that's pretty much what this could be for. Off-white, so it's another Don Quixote pirate card. It still has a 7 Warlords archetype in it though, so yeah. Counter, give it to one of your leader characters plus 4,000 for the battle. Then look at the top 3 cards of your deck, reveal to one Don Quixote pirate type character and add it to your hand. Then return the remaining cards to the bottom in any order. So this could work in green purple Dofi, because it's just enough for the opponent's turn, because green purple Dofi lets you restand 2, so you could run this. It also helps you, it boosts you up by 4k, kind of like what Spiderweb does. It just doesn't let you restand, but instead of restanding, you get to look up to the top 3 cards and add a card to your hand. So like this could work in blue purple Dofi. This could work in blue. This could work in green purple Dofi. I'm so sorry. And this could technically work in blue green Rosinante as well. So who knows what you could run this in. Next up is Okama Way. So this is a Baroque Works card. This is Mr. 2 right here. We have a counter, Don -1. If your leader has Baroque Work in its type, choose one of your characters. It becomes a target of the attack. Really cool. Really cool. And then Don -1, you draw 2 cards. So that's pretty good. A trigger that helps you draw in purple. And then I think this is like the first ever counter card to redirect an attack. So this is really cool to have. As far as I know, this is the very first card we have gotten that lets us redirect an attack to something else that isn't a blocker, right? Because that's what blockers does. You block the attack, so you redirect it to it. So just having an event card that lets you redirect an attack if you don't have a blocker on board is actually really cool. It just costs technically 2 Don because you have to minus a Don. So you pay the 1 minus the Don you just used to pay it. So really cool, really cool. And since it's an event, right, it works in blue purple Croc. So not only do you get to redirect an attack, you get to draw a card if you have 4 less in hand. So crazy. Then we have Mini Mary 2. We activate main, you may rest this card and place one of your character cards with an original power of 1,000 to the bottom of the deck. Draw 1 card. So this could work with like, I don't really know what this could work with actually, honestly, because you don't really want this in Law. You want stuff on board for Law. Who knows what this could work with. This could maybe work with red purple Law, right? Because you're always playing like Otamas and other stuff to minus things. Like if you play an Otama red purple Law and you can just rest this card, get the ability off of Otama and put her back to the bottom of your deck and you draw 1. So this could technically work in red purple Law. So who knows. That's just what I can think of right off the bat because I play red purple Law. You could run this in Zoro, right? Because if you play Makino, you rest her, give something plus 3,000 and then you put her to the bottom of the deck. So that's what this could be ran in. You could run this in Zoro. So pretty interesting. Next up we have Izo. So we have more Lando Wano stuff. Great, awesome, more samurais. Izo is now a 5-drop body instead of a 1-drop body, so he has options now. On play, you attach up to 1 rested Don to your leader or one of your characters. So another one that actually works with Odin, which is really cool. So like you could run the other Yamato, the 5-drop red Yamato that helps you do the exact same thing where you attach a rested Don, and you can run this as well. So again, we're getting more stuff for the leaders we get from this box. And then when the opponent attacks, once per turn, you may trash 1 card from your hand. If your leader has the Land of Wano or Whitebeard Pirates type, give it to one of your opponent's leader or characters minus 2,000 for the turn. So this works in Whitebeard, and this works in Odin, so that's really cool, actually. It doesn't have any counter, so in my opinion, that's pretty balanced, because when your opponent attacks, all you gotta do is trash a card. So, I mean, I think that's pretty fair. Really cool though. So I know I will be running this in Red Green Odin, but just really cool to see more samurais. He's gonna be. I feel like he's gonna be probably one of like the main staples for Red Green Odin. Not to mention like because he can attach a Dawn, which helps Odin leader ability, and then on an opponent's attack you get to minus 2,000 power, which is cool. Next up we have Bluno. This is Bluno from the film Red movie. He's just a blocker. That's all he is. He's a 2-drop blocker, so you could run this in Uta if you really wanted to. That's about it. That's all I can say about Bluno. He's a plus 1,000 counter too, so if you want to counter him, you can. And we have Bingo. This is a Land of Wano character. Rest this character kept to one of your opponent's cost 1 or lower. So this could work against Law, right? This could work against Law. So yeah, since it's green too, like you would expect it to be a rested character, but it's not. You just KO the character, so it's really cool. It works great against Law. Just rest them to KO stuff on the board. So yeah, so pretty much if you're at 3 Dawn and he has 3 stuff on board, that's like Jewelry Bonnie, Otama, and all that. Just play 3 of him, rest him, and then kill those 3 things, which is funny. But yeah. Next up we have Little ORS Junior. So we have another Little ORS Junior card that isn't just a vanilla card. So now he actually has an ability. Once per turn, if this character would be KO'd by an effect, instead you may trash an event card or stage card from your hand. So he's like Marco. He's Marco but bigger, pretty much, in character and in card stats. So really cool. Of course you're gonna be running this in Whitebeard Pirates, right? I think Whitebeard Pirate Allies technically counts as the same archetype. If not, then maybe not. Who knows what he'll be ran in, but pretty good ability to pretty much keep him out on the board. So not bad. Then we have Koza. Koza's from Alabasta. When attacking, you may give one of your active leaders minus 5,000. Give it to one of your opponent's character's power minus 3,000 for the turn. So of course, first thing that comes to mind is VV, right? Maybe this could work in VV to where like something could help you out with the minus power. You could use this to actually play for Pell, right? Pell could help you with this because you minus 3k. They'll be at just enough maybe for a Pell swing, and then you KO that card. So who knows? Just really cool that we're getting more Alabasta stuff to somewhat make somewhat make VV more viable. So yeah. Next up we have Gastino. Gastino is a scientist archetype, which is interesting. I don't really remember what he is from. But on play, you play up to one of your opponent's cost 3 or lower characters, place up to one of your opponent's cost 3 or lower characters top or bottom of their life. Then triggers, you give 2 of your opponent's character or leader minus 2,000 power for the turn. So very interesting. 3-drop 5k basic stats, no counter though, but pretty interesting. It's a mini Katakuri. You get to place a 3 or less instead of an 8 or less. So who knows? Who knows? Very weird archetype though, scientist. Next up we have Brook, and this is Brook in his human form. This is before he died. And this is the very first archetype with Rumbar Pirates, so yeah, really cool. Lord knows we'll probably get more of that, maybe not. Maybe it'll just be his captain and one more person. But on play, if your opponent has a 0-cost character, this character gains Rush, so it's okay, right? It gets Rush if it's a 0-cost, which is black staying at minus his cost, but I don't really see you running this in anything, to be honest. You could run this in Smoker, right? If they have a 1-drop, play this guy, put a Dawn on him, so really weird. Like that'd probably be like a turn, like a Dawn 5 play. Like you need 5 Dawn in order to even get this off, because you need to play him, you need to put 1 Dawn on him to do any damage, and you need to put 1 Dawn on Smoker to minus the 1 cost. So I don't really know what this could be ran in, but we get another Brook card. Really cool. Then we have Gonf Fall. Now I remember Gonf Fall. Gonf Fall's like the one character I remember from Skypiea. He's a blocker on play. If your opponent has 1 less life, K up to one of your opponent's characters cost 3 or lower. So a blocker for Sky Island that helps you KO stuff depending on your life, which most likely you'll be running this in NL, because you'll be stuck at 1 life because you always get to put 1 back if they don't have enough swingers at you. So yeah. Next up we have Spandine, CP9. On play, you may return 3 cards with Cipher Pull in its type from your trash to the bottom of your deck in any order. Play up to 1 cost 4 lower characters with the card with CP in its type other than Spandine. So, and it's from your trash. So don't really know if this would help Lucci in any type of way, I'll be honest. The only person you'd be grabbing is like Khalifa and maybe Fukuro, but Fukuro would be rested, so like no reason grabbing him. You could grab like one of the vanilla Cipher Pulls, so who knows. And then lastly we have another Water 7 card of all things. It's Bluno. This is Bluno before he, revealed himself as the bad guy. So it's on play, Dawn -1 if your leader has Water 7 type, so Iceberg. Play up to 1 cost 5 or lower Water 7 type character other than Bluno card from your hand or trash. So not bad, right? So say you have a like a 5-drop counter in your drop area, which I'm pretty sure is like PP Poo Poo, PP Lulu, or what's the other guy? The other guy's name? So like you could play them, or like if you already have like a Lucci in your graveyard or something like that. Just anything 5-drop or Water 7s, like any of the main stuff we've seen before with Iceberg. It's like he can be played for that. Really cool to see more Iceberg stuff, right? Because Iceberg's like one of those like black sheep leaders that nobody really plays. He's mostly there for fun. It's really cool to see some get results, right? So it's really cool to see some more Water 7 stuff that's purple. So we got this one in Khalifa, a 5-drop Khalifa and a 4-drop Bluno. So it's really cool. Maybe we'll see more Icebergs in play because of it. So yeah, this has been the Extra Booster 1 update leak, the latest one we've gotten, and this was a pretty big one. We got a big amount of info from it, a lot of info from it. So really cool that we're still getting updates from this, especially since it's pretty much already out for Japan. I'm pretty sure it comes out next week for them. So really cool. As always, any more updates or leaks come to this page, I'll always be there to cover it and talk about cards that could be and what should be and who could be and all that nonsense. But yeah, this will be it for the video. Very long video, I know, but a lot of stuff to talk about, a big update. So yeah, I'll see you in whatever video I make next, and thanks for watching.